Good morning children. I hope class 7 children are watching this video and I hope you must be keeping well. As we have completed 3 chapters, integers, fractions and decimals, and all the exercise we have done. I hope each and every exercise, each and every question from each and every chapter, means 3 chapters what we have completed, you must be having in your notebook in proper order. And if that is not there, please, again I am repeating, each and every question, each and every exercise must be there in your notebook. So those who have not done till now, try to update each and everything. And today we are going to start a new chapter, that is rational numbers. And under this rational numbers, again old things we are going to learn. Already, if you remember, in first chapter itself, in integers, we had studied these things. So if you have book, you can go through, you can see in first chapter itself in integers we had studied all the things. So this is just as a revision, again we will see. So we will see today natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, fractions. These integers and fractions already we have learned. Rational numbers, this is our new chapter. Positive rational numbers, negative rational numbers, and properties of rational numbers we will see today. And rest more things are there in next upcoming videos. We will see rest of the things, but these things we are going to see today. So let's start. Here we have rational numbers. Here you can see we have so far studied about the systems of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and fractions. We shall recall them here and extend our ideas to rational numbers. First we have natural numbers. Here you see what a natural number, if you remember. The counting numbers are called natural numbers. I hope you remember in first chapter itself we have studied, and even in previous classes you have studied. The counting numbers are called natural numbers. Counting will start with 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. These all are called natural numbers. This you need to remember. So each and every definitions, whatever we are going to explain now, what we are going to learn now, that must be there in your copy, notebook. In proper way, definition should be there with example. Next we have whole numbers, all natural numbers together with 0. All natural numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. Together with 0 are called whole numbers. So just in one counting number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. If you are adding 0, so this will become whole number. So all natural numbers together with 0 are called whole numbers. Thus 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 etc. are all whole numbers. Clearly every natural number is a whole number, but 0 is a whole number which is not a natural number. It means what? Every natural number can be said whole number, but every whole number cannot be said natural number, because 0 cannot be said natural number. That you need to remember. Then you have integers. So first chapter itself you have studied what are integers. All natural numbers, 0 and negatives of counting numbers are called integers. Suppose you have, this is your number line. Here you have 0. Right side if you will move, these all are positive integers. 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. If you are moving leftward, up before 0, -1, -2, -3. So these all are negative numbers. So all the positive integers, they are called positive integers or counting numbers. Counting number 0 and negative of counting number, it means negative integers. These all are called integers. So whole number and negative counting number are called integers. That you need to remember. 0 is an integer which is neither positive nor negative, and these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all positive integers. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, etc. are all of negative integers. Clearly a positive integer is the same as natural numbers, means counting number. Positive integers are what? Counting number. Then you have fractions. This you have studied in previous class. Fractions and decimals already you have done. The numbers of the form a by b, where a and b are natural numbers, are called fractions. Any numbers which can be expressed in the form of a by b, where a and b are natural numbers, then they will be called fractions. Thus 2 by 3, 3 by 8, 11 by 5, 102 by 23, etc. are all fractions. Then comes rational numbers. The numbers of the form p by q, where p and q are integers. What are fractions? The numbers which can be expressed in the form of a by b or p by q, but they are p and q or a by b are what? Natural number. But here in rational numbers what we have? The numbers of the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. P and q are integers and q must not be equal to 0 are called rational numbers. Examples of rational numbers you see, 3 by -4 means both are what? Integers. They have been expressed in the form of p by q and both are integers. -6 and 17 both are integers. -8 and -3 both are integers. 2 and 5 both are integers. Is a rational number. These all are rational numbers. 0 is a rational number, since we can write 0 is equal to 0 by 1. This is very important because many of the time children get confused. 0 is what? 0 is rational number or not? 0 is a rational number because 0 can be written in the form of p by q, and where q is not equal to 0. Condition of rational number is what? Q must not be equal to 0, but here any number you can put below 0, so that can be said a rational number. 0 can be said rational number. Every natural number is a rational number. Every natural number, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these all are rational number. Why? Because here you see 2 can be written as 2 by 1, 5 can be written as 5 by 1. So these all are what? Rational number. Here we can write 1 is equal to 1 by 1, 2 is equal to 2 by 1, 3 is equal to 3 by 1, and so on. In general, if n is a natural number, then we can write it as n by 1, which is a rational number. Every integer is a rational number. Every integer, just you see, every integer you have, suppose -3, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 already you have seen. So these also can be written as -3 by 1, -1 by 1, 0 by 1, 1 by 1, 2 by 1, and 3 by 1. So these all will be called rational number. If m is an integer, then we can write it as m by 1, which is clearly a rational number. Thus every integer is a rational number. Every fraction is a rational number. If any number is there which can be expressed in the form of fraction, then that is also a rational number. A by b be a fraction, then a by b are whole numbers and b is not equal to 0. But every whole number is an integer. See, every whole number can be said integer. Thus a by b is the quotient of two integers such that b is not equal to 0. Therefore a by b is a rational number. Hence every fraction is a rational number. So you need to remember, every fraction is a rational number. Positive rational numbers, you see, a rational number is said to be positive if its numerator and denominator are either both positive or both negative. If any number you have 5 by 7, as in example it has been given. So both are positive, so they will be positive rational number. If suppose the same number can be written as in this way, here you see minus and minus will be cancelled and you will get 5 by 7. So this is also a positive rational number, because lastly after simplification you will get positive number, and that's why this is also called positive rational number. So a rational number is said to be positive if its numerator and denominator are either both positive or both negative. Then this will be called a positive rational number. Examples have been given, you can see 5 by 7 minus 13 by minus 8, both are negative, both are positive, both are negative, and both are positive. So they all are positive rational numbers. Negative rational number is what? A rational number is said to be negative if its numerator and denominator are such that one of them is a positive integer and the other is a negative integer. Here you see any number you have any in the form of fraction, suppose 2 by 5. This is positive rational number, but if any of the numerator and denominator is negative, suppose if you have written 2 by minus 5, then this is negative rational number. This is negative rational number. And in the same way, if suppose minus 2 by 5 if you are writing, this is also a negative rational number. Why? Because any one, either numerator or denominator, will be negative, then that fraction or that form of number, it will be called negative rational number. Then we have properties of rational number. First property we have, if p by q is a rational number and m is a non-zero integer. If p by q is a rational number and m is a non-zero integer, then p by q can be written as or will be equal to p into m by q into m. Thus a rational number remains unchanged if its numerator and denominator are multiplied by the same non-zero integer. For example, we have, you see, minus 2 by 3 is equal to minus 2 by 3, and 2 has been multiplied in both numerator and denominator. And if 3 will be multiplied in both numerator and denominator, and 4 will be multiplied in both numerator and denominator, and again 5, and so on. So here you see, suppose if any other example you take, simple example you take, suppose you have 1 by 2. And if you are multiplying this number, suppose this is in the form of p by q, so p into m, that will be equal to any number, just you multiply the same number in both, with both numerator and denominator. So just you choose any number, suppose 2 you have taken. So what you will get? 2 by 4. But when you are writing in standard form, just if you are cancelling this, how you will write? 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4. So finally what you have? 1 by 2. So either you write 1 by 2 or 2 by 4, both will be equal. In the same way, suppose you have 1 by 2, you are multiplying this with 3. Then what will you get? 3 by 6. It means 1 by 2 will be also equal to 3 by 6. If you are cancelling this, what you will get? 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6. Ultimately what you got? 1 by 2. You will get 1 by 2. It means 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4, and that is equal to 3 by 6. In the same way, that will be equal to, again, if you are multiplying by 4, 4 by 8. So 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4, and that is equal to 3 by 6, and that is equal to 4 by 8, and again that will be equal to 5 by 10 also, and so on. So what we have understood, if any rational number you have in the form of p by q, and that will be in the form of p by q, so any number, if it is getting multiplied with numerator and denominator same number, then the value of the number does not change. means that rational number what you have p in the form of p by q, that value will not be changed, and these all will be called equivalent rational number or equivalent fraction. You know, equivalent fraction 1 by 2 will be equivalent fraction of 2 by 4, and will be equivalent fraction of 3 by 6, and will be equivalent fraction of 4 by 8, and so on. Then you have property 2, if p by q is a rational number and m is a common divisor of p and q, then p by q is equal to p divided by m divided by q divided by m. Thus, on dividing the numerator and denominator of a rational number by a common divisor, it remains unchanged. So, as we have seen, when you are multiplying with the same number in numerator and denominator, number does not change. In the same way, if you are dividing also with the same number in numerator and denominator, number does not change. You will get equivalent fractions. Suppose if any number you choose, suppose you have 8 by 16. Now you divide by this, you divide by 2. What you will get? You will get 4 by 8. If you are cancelling this, what you will get? If you will write in standard form, 8 1 ja 8, 8 2 ja 16, means 1 by 2 you have got. 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, what you have got? 1 by 4, 1 by 2, it means both are equal. 8 by 16 is equal to 4 by 8. In the same way, suppose if you are dividing 8 by 16, 8 divided by 4 and 16 divided by 4, what will get? 4 2 ja 8 and 4 ja 16, 2 by 4 you have got. If you are dividing 8 by 16 by 8, then what you will get? 1 by 2. So these all the numbers what you have got, 4 by 8 or 2 by 4 or 1 by 8, these all are equivalent fraction of 8 by 16. So if any fraction you have or any rational number you have, and those in numerator and denominator same number is you have to be divided, you need to divide by that number. Suppose p by q you have the rational number, and by m you are dividing p and q, then the number what you will get, that will be unchanged, that will be the same as p by q. The value of p by q will be equal to p divided by m divided by q divided by m. So two things you have learned. If any rational number you have, p by q. So in p by q, if any number you are multiplying with the same number, suppose m, then number will not change, that will be equal. And again, if you are dividing also by the same number, it will not change, number will be same, and you will get equivalent fraction. So I hope up to here you have understood properly, and just you go through these all the things whatever I have explained, that is needed to be written in your notebook in proper way with example, and you need to remember these definitions also, and in such a way you need to remember, if anyone will ask any definition, what is positive rational number, what is negative rational number, what is natural number, what is whole number or integer, you must be able to explain with proper example, with suitable example. So next day we will see rest of the things. After this what we have. Until then, thank you.